lost 15 pounds. How did you stop putting weight back on? Like, because usually people don't do that. Usually you have to lose it again.
I was 418, and the menu green tea of this every wild day, every 6th day, I'll drink a Coke Zero. You know, last night I drank a Mountain Dew with diet. It was fucking delicious on the way down to the comedy store because my wife had something done to her teeth, so she couldn't drink coffee. So she only drink Mountain Dew in the morning to restore. So that's why I went in to get the Mountain Dew. And I said the diet Mountain Dew with 0 calories, and I got it because I don't drink fucking Mountain Dew ever. Right. You know, it's been a lot. I cut back on. I didn't gain the weight because I didn't go to eating how I was eating. That's why I didn't gain the weight back. There's no way I can.
Did you make a conscious decision? Did you notice yourself gaining weight? Like, I can't go all the way back.
I went all the way up with testosterone.
The Kung Fu Kid, you mean? What karate do they do in that movie?
But it wasn't, I was hungry, and they had a booth for making me.
Well, he's doing Kung Fu, the other dude's doing karate.
That's what I'm saying, they don't do karate. It's called Karate Kid, but there's no fucking karate in the whole movie. They're doing Kung Fu. It's fucking Jackie Chan.
So this week I just did the bike for 45 minutes, and today I just did the kettlebell workout. And I said I did some stretching, I did some sit-ups,
what is this?
parachutes, and all that shit.
Ratchet and Clank.
What? No, good. What's it called?
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Best here that pulled my eyes
You know Ratchet and Clank?
the structure of it.
I remember playing a little bit of it.
This is the new one.
I'm
so let's see what it's about.
I had no idea what I was robbing. A lot of fucking money. I mean, I'm robbing this guy, and I'm not the only. That's a quarter of a million. And I'm not the only guy robbing. I'm not the only guy robbing. I mean, everybody's robbing this guy. There's a guy in the back. I always tell people I got 1,000 stories I can tell you. And 2,000 I can't. This is one of the ones that I can't. But I can't drop a name. He was a little guy that had a counter in the back that bought and sold coins, memorabilia, stamps, whatever. He had a book. And if he had a problem, he would call the guy, but I could tell he wasn't no stamp.
That's not Ratchet.
Nickel the guy, I became friends with him. I would talk to him. And then it just so happened that I was friends with his sons. Not real good friends. His sons were scholars and like football players that were going to go to like Rutgers and Penn. They were 2 years older than me. But this guy was the real deal. He was like Joe Pesci in The Irishman. Alright, he would talk to me every day, little things. And then he would ask me, are you ever interested to come see me? The guy owned like 15 construction companies. He was mobbed up to the max. He was the real deal. I can't mention his name. I got to meet him at the age of 17. He was out on parole, so he couldn't associate with other known criminals. So that's why he took this.
They got the new crop coming in.
Yes, that's why he took the little hut. He must have been around 50. He took a liking for me. He started out with like little jobs, like take this envelope, go down a little Italy, drop it off at this dry cleaner. Don't look at it. Okay, and I never.
And those you don't fucking touch.
No,
You didn't skim off those.
nothing.
Yeah, right.
I liked him. I really, really liked him. He was a neat old man. He always bought me a ham, Taylor ham and egg cheese. He'd always have it for me. But then the job started getting a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he introduced me to one of his buddies, Bruno, and like me and Bruno at night would go, like, he had a construction company. So if somebody built a wall, like they won the bid, me and Bruno and a couple other guys would go fuck up the job, you know what I'm saying?
You had that sledgehammer experience.
Light on fire, break down the wall, we used to do all that shit. So here I'm hanging out with let's just call him And so now Mr. Denny comes to me one day and he goes, the devil's father. Because I was allowed in their house. They had a half sister. And then they had a brother. The Denny's house was a very complex house. You had Mike Denny and a sister who was beautiful. They were twins. Then you had the older Denny. And then you had a medium Denny who thought he was Jimmy Page. He quit high school when he was like 9. And he just played the guitar by the park. And he would try to be like that dude that was like very coolish. But the claim to fame of Denny is he had a chick that would suck your dick on demand. So if you'd see Denny, he'd go, what are you doing right now? Nothing. Suck his dick. So she never sucked my dick. I could be strictly, and you're not telling the truth.
I know you would.
I saw him a couple times, and he was such a creepy dude. And she was good looking. But then one night he took her to a party, and she sucked 22 dicks.
Come on.
I heard she burped and came out at the end and said, who's next? So then I heard like a month later she blew 18 more guys.
Come on.
So they started calling the marathon war. And she would sit in class and people go, marathon, marathon. I'll never forget her taking a picture. She was a year older than me and looking at the yearbook and seeing her like, you know, like marathon and then like seeing like her name, like Mary, whatever her name was. And most likely to succeed. And I'm like, she sucked 40 dicks.
Most likely to succeed.
So that was claim to fame to Jimmy Denny.
They gave him most likely to succeed.
She broke the record. She had
Succeed, like, out in school.
Yeah, in their yearbook, he's like, most likely to succeed. And he's like, she sucked like 40 dicks.
The Denny's were weird, but let me tell you how.
That's fun. Bro, they had her in the yearbook most likely to succeed, bro. That's fucked. I think she already did.
Oh shit. How do I get my thingy out to
I
swim?
can't. Because fuck that shit. What a week later, his father called Mr. Denny, called me.
She sucked in the
Really, come over. I went over there, and Mr. Denny's outside. There's a driving school guy with a little hack car. Like driving school.
Yeah.
It's like Denny's driving school. It's like his cousin's truck. I walked up, he's like, give him a license.
Give him a license.
Give him a license. Write your name down, kid. I wrote Jose Diaz.
Yeah,
I lied on my date of birth. I wrote it for it to be 1962 instead of 63.
When do you have to shoot the aliens? Shoot the...
How old were you at?
16 and a half.
So you got the license that way.
Got the New Jersey
But
state license.
did you know how to drive at all?
I knew how to drive.
Okay.
I had
Oh,
to
shoot the
drive.
reptilians.
Stealing cars and shit?
No, I never stole
Okay.
a car. I never stole a car.
You never did?
No, don't like it. That's the dumbest crime in the world. When you catch me, I'm in it.
You're in.
I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
At least I can throw coke in the weeds. You have to prove that I threw in the weeds. If you catch me in the fucking car, you're possession, you're in. So I never was a big bad.
Then they pin you with everything you got on you.
I was never into stereos, people robbing.
Yeah, I mean, that was. Remember that when people used to steal radios? We had just
Pissed me off. I used to rob them from Sears and sell them to you.
Yeah, new.
So I would go to, if you told me you had a stereo in your car, I would call Mike Walters, have him rob it, and then I would sell you a pop pump or one of those things, whatever was popular in those days. You know, like that type of shit. But
I learned my lesson. I had a stereo system in the back of my Civic, and I played it a little too loud
Oh, get sent.
one night. And in the morning, I woke up and that shit was gone, and I never did it again. I was like, well, fuck that. I know exactly what's going on around here. They busted in. My wallet was in the glove compartment. I'm sure it was someone I knew. I'm sure it was someone I knew. Like, leave his fucking wallet, but bust the window, take the speakers, and take the amps, and take the fucking radio. And that's what they did.
yeah, but it was really weird what world. At 17, I was still going to school like a normal kid.
God, we were only at 17.
I was still going to school as a normal kid. I was working for Boge.
You can't even vote yet. We've done all this. You ain't even allowed to vote.
I was doing crimes with Denny at night. And I was hanging out with you,
I won.
Segura, and Bert like
That's
nothing
what they
happened.
said.
You, Bert, and Tom did not know about my relationship with Boge.
Right.
And you didn't know about my relationship with...
Don't mix the work and the friends.
No.
Yeah.
I got thrown out of the benders. I got
bounce on it.
moved uptown with a family called the Runnies, who I'm still very tight with. They're my niece. In fact, she was in town Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I saw her when she was 2. When she was a baby, we used to hide the coke under her crib. Okay? Because who would think of hiding the coke under the crib? So you had to actually pick her up to fucking get her coke under the crib. We built like a fake inch with a thing, and we put coke and flatten in the packages. So Kelly knows this place. She's like, I can't believe you and my uncles, my real uncles. She calls me her uncle because I grew up with her real uncles. I stayed there from April of 81 to September of 82, and that was some of the best times of my life because Mike, the guy who took me in out of the 5 brothers, he weighed 160, and I put him up against anybody. I put Mike up against anybody. He has this weird attitude that he'll fuck you up. And if you fight Mike, you're gonna knock him out. You might break his neck, but I'll tell you, you're gonna go home with a missing ear.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Because his motto was, I'm taking something with me. He was taking line.
I'm the same way. You're not gonna be the same person.
When he was in high school, I seen him spit at the umpire's face.
This is too
Called
big.
him for the fence. He just, come here, can I
Call
talk to
him
you?
over. Can I talk to
And
you?
I was like, I'm gonna, motherfucker. And they spit right through him at the fence. The Boston Red Sox were looking at him, they stopped because of his attitude. But I think I was okay till once here's real funny. So I moved to Defenders my junior year, finished out my junior year. That summer I kind of bumped around a little bit. I did a couple burglaries. I was that kid in the neighborhood that already was marked as, he used to be a good kid, but yeah, this situation is gonna put him over the top. We know this is not gonna end pretty, you know. And January of 81, I quit. I got a job that August at Masback Century Hardware. I finally came to terms that high school wasn't gonna do anything for me. I had to start being a man.
Level 2 pistol.
And I got a job there as a warehouseman. And I got maybe like I worked a month and then
I think you signed up to level 2.
to be a night loader. And a night loader paid like $18 an hour. You worked 5 nights a week, but you really worked 4 and you got paid for Fridays. Basically Friday you went at 7 and you left at 7:45.
Okay.
So I took the job and I was loading trucks and everything was going great. My life was going great. I was paying rent. Me and Ronnie had the downstairs apartment in his mother's house, and I cut myself. No. I puked. I must have eaten something. I was loading the truck and I puked. And I puked on my shirt. Like I puked on my clothing and I walked off. I lived up the corner, so I walked off the lot. Nobody would see me. I go, let me go home and change my shirt, get some water, brush my teeth. And when I tried to get back
It's fine, hey, I played the last one, and this is
and I would call the warehouse with
a different, I think it's a different
manager's
player.
office. So the next day they fired me.
These guys.
And it was November of 82. So I figured, let me go back to high school. And then one day I went to pick up my last check. And who do I see at the fucking Masback Century Hardware?
I'm just gonna keep shooting at
Bulge,
him.
No.
gangster from the thing. And he goes, what are you doing here? And I go, I'm coming to get my last check.
Almost
He goes, this is one of my friends. And I saw the shop steward come out and shake his hand and give him like an envelope. And then the shop steward looks at me and he goes, where the fuck you been? I go, I got fired. He goes, why'd you get fired? I go, because I got sick and I couldn't get back into the fence. This had been hanging fire about a month already. And he goes, fuck that. Boji goes, get him the fucking job back. Just like that. And he goes, the guy you gotta deal with is a fucking scumbag. Worst case scenario, we'll break his fucking legs, we'll get your job back. Like 2 weeks later, I swear to God, like 2 weeks later, I get a call, man. And it's the union.
The guy you're dealing with, fucking scumbag. Worst case scenario, would break his legs.
With him, you shot.
That's what he just said,
It
man.
was an Indian Mexican
Best
guy
case
here
scenario.
that didn't like white people, that was in charge of the Night Stalkers. And he gave this whole diatribe on how I left and stuff. And that fucking chop steward said, let me tell you something. You don't get his job back, how about I make sure you get fucking deported back to that land of rats. I mean, he just insulted him to his face. He's like, he starts Monday, I don't give a fuck who you put there. The guy's like, but I put this kid there, and he goes, I don't give a fuck. He's gone. He goes back, and you go back to the land of rats. I'll never forget that statement. And the guy just looked at us. We got up, and Monday I went back to work. And guess what? Employee of the month. 2 weeks later, I got laid off because it was a slow season, so I collected like $400 a week.
Oh, they were still paying you?
Yeah, they collected off the unemployment. And January of 81 was when I started running.
So he fucked up his own shit.
Later on, I became my crew,
Like that makes sense, just that.
But they're my brothers.
He slapped himself with a fish and then he broke his own controls.
That's when you're like 18 and running.
18 and running, and
that's where we're going to pick up next time. But I want to say this, because I asked you this, I told you how to do this at the end, you were like, no, Houdini, no. But this is a real question I have for everyone. Knowing that what you said about your mom calling out, and knowing about the girl you broke up with in 8th grade because she didn't have a mom, and then where your life went, if you could go back and sit next to yourself on that stoop that night you cried when you had the keys, what would you say to yourself? What advice would you tell that kid?
And you have to glide to the next one. Somehow.
it was the same advice I gave myself that night. That I was going to keep doing what I was doing, but eventually I was going to die. I was going to kill myself because I really, really wanted to be in that hole with my mother. I would have done anything to be in that hole with her. You know, when your mother dies or your father dies at a young age, you move on. You go on. I want you to know that you go on. Don't worry about your kid, anybody past you go on. But it's like eating food without salt the rest of your life. Some things any flavor. Like, I know. She sucked the flavor out of my life, you know. And I'm happy I kept going. I'm happy I really wanted to commit suicide. I'm not ashamed to say.
Did you ever try at all?
No, because of my Catholicism. But I wouldn't. Do you know why my tolerance is so high with drugs?
That's where you built it up.
That's what I was trying to do. And I almost succeeded one night at Joe Lucci's house. I took a bunch of Quaaludes.
That's what I was wondering.
I wasn't gonna jump off a bridge. I wasn't gonna die a martyr. That's not who I am. I'm not a fucking victim, bitch. But I knew I didn't want to live anymore. I just needed to get hit by a car. I needed for somebody to push me off a bridge. I needed to get shot. So that's why I became so ballsy, because what's the worst thing you could do to me? Kill me? You're doing me a fucking favor. I'm gonna end up a loser. I got no future. I'm a mama's boy, so I'm soft. I'm naturally fucking soft. I'm a half a pussy at the time, you know. I mean, I would fight you, but it wasn't what my strength was.
Shoot grenades.
So
It's just grenades, basically.
I always tell people, I got two answers for you. I'm happy that my mother died in a way,
Shot a bomb and enforce it.
because the real Joey Diaz came out. I
I'm
couldn't
guessing it's a
imagine
shotgun.
who Joey Diaz would be today if my mother was alive. Joey Diaz would be
Yeah,
a
it is a shotgun.
500-pound kid that lived in his mother's basement, and I would never had the work ethic I had. I always had the balls. Let's get this straight off the bat. Balls would
Is that the one
always
I've
there.
got?
They
Yeah, you
were
got that
always
one.
there. I would just
You
wouldn't
can get
use
one of the
them,
other
right?
two.
So
Exactly.
I don't know
Should I
what
get a
advice
shot
to
of
give you. There's times I look at
That's
my life.
Whatever
you said
you
it
want.
in talking though. You said to yourself,
Which one's better?
basically quit being a bitch, get the
It's
fuck up
grenades
off
or
this
shotgun.
stoop, or you're gonna get
The grenades
swallowed up.
explode straight away.
And that's
Pretty much it,
the
yeah.
best advice you can give anybody, including yourself.
No,
But you lived it.
I
You
said,
embodied it.
I'm gonna move forward till somebody shoots me. I get hit by a car, or I OD. And out of those three, what's the chances? The chances are
Oh,
highest
that's
that I OD, right? about it when I leave any notes.
That's
But
right.
we're just gonna OD that was.
We can save up and get the other
That
one.
was
Oh, wait, is that the one I
fucking
wanted?
blanket.
Yeah,
So,
the one that's
now
on.
look at you.
That's the grenades, yeah.
We're at 18. About 10 hours into a podcast, we're at 18. And we really covered 5, starting at like age 5 when you can start remembering shit. Since 18. I love you, brother.
I love you too.
Please promote your date.
I got the
Atlanta.
Atlanta Tabernacle Theater. I had to cancel last year. I felt really guilty. We rescheduled for January 25th. And it's myself and Simone. And we added a second show. Okay, and we kept the tickets prices down. I got the Tempe Improv. But hey, if you're in the Phoenix area and you like sucking dick, come see me at the Tempe Improv on Valentine's Day weekend. And then I'm in Santa Barbara, February. No, is it Santa Barbara? I don't know. Oh, Treasure Island, Las Vegas, February 28th.
What's your website? We're joeydiaz.com.
Joey.
Oh, they're just so good.
Some grenadinos. Some of those
This episode is
grenadinos.
brought to you by Upstart. More on that later. With all the announcements from the dates have been rescheduled. I don't need to add any more shit to the list. You know what I'm saying? We're over here at Studio G's doing next and through the 25th. Go to RyanSickler.com. Everything's there you need. These are the stories about the one and only Joey Diaz, everybody. Joey Diaz is back.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm always great when I'm sitting across from you.
Me too. I feel good too.
You feel good?
Little 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah, you came
That's
with
the shit terrorists drink.
Hummus.
They don't drink
What's your
Starbucks.
hummus joke that I keep? Like, every time you eat hummus, the terrorists get $1.
Yeah, every time you eat hummus. Whenever you eat onion dip, nobody's getting blown up. The World Trade Center is dead.
French onions.
Think about that. When we're eating onion dip, farting, your fucking shit smells like death from that Lipton soup powder. That's like my car. There's chemicals in there to make a bomb Lipton soup. And also we start eating hummus and fucking buildings start going down. And but what are you gonna do? Now there's no more ISIS. Now it's the Chinese walking around. They bombed the Chinese and they sent them out across the world to fucking. You haven't heard from ISIS. It's the coronavirus.
Yeah, it is.
You think about that? Nice and quiet. Alright, so where the fuck were we?
This is where we were when we ended last.
Okay.
We are chronicling your whole fucking life. This is what happens. We're going to be current.
Alright.
We left off in May of '82. That's where we left off. I believe you're 18. Is that right?
18?
Yeah. Something like that. May of '82 is what you
It was
said.
supposedly my senior year of high school.
What do you mean by supposedly?
It was supposed to be my
It's
senior
not
year of high
shit,
school, but I quit in September.
These guys just always exploding on themselves.
I just didn't see any point to
So the beginning of your senior year, you
But I
quit.
quit. Okay. And my friend's dad,
Oh shit, gotta get unlocked to the
the
dinosaurs.
superintendent of schools,
Yeah,
kind of
we
talked
were
me back
dinosaurs.
into it. They moved some shit around for me to get slipped back in there in November. So I got put on unemployment.
Okay.
Started collecting unemployment.
No.
Back to high
So
school.
because you started working in September, they put you on
They
unemployment.
always do when the winter dies.
Okay.
The job dies, so they would always lay somebody off.
I'm gonna teleport
So I got put
to
on unemployment. And that January, I
So you're actually being paid while you're going to school.
started going to school. Plus I was robbing, whatever the fuck, and everything else.
We've heard.
So now, I hooked up with this crew. 1982 was probably my best year because it's what summer of 82 is the summer to beat. Like no summer has ever beat summer of 82. And it started around that time, like January of 82, it was 4 of us. And then we always had like a special guest star who hung out with us. Like you had to be a special guest star, like to hang out with us.
Special guest star.
Like show up with $0.5 gram, or you had Quaaludes, or you knew somebody who fucking had heroin. That's the only way you could be a guest star. So it was just weird. I was on my own. I lived with a family called the Runnies, who had 4 boys and a couple girls.
The Runnies.
The Runnies, and we lived downstairs. Me and Mike, we lived in a basement apartment downstairs.
That's Mike, their son.
Mike, their son. I'm tight with Steve. I'm tight with all 4 boys. But refrigerators, washers and dryers.
Did you ever get a GED?
Yeah, I got a GED years later before I went to prison because it makes you look better in front of the judge.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right. Yeah, let's build.
So I didn't even think of a GED. Like, I was like, fuck it, you know. And at that time, you know, in the 70s, when you quit high school, you were done. Like, you were done.
Back then, yeah.
You might as well put a tattoo on your wrist and end your life. That's what it meant, that you were gonna be a fucking loser. So that whole period fucked with me. It wasn't bad enough. My mom had died, and I was living with a friend's house, and now I'm officially a fucking loser. Once you quit high school in the 70s, you might as well put a BTL tattoo on your forehead, because you're born to lose. You're gonna be a blue-collar guy, you know, you're gonna fight for the rest of your life. You have no education. And in the 70s, they looked more at that. Now, they don't give a fuck. You know, now these kids are coming out with a bunch of debt. But in the 70s, you had to go to college.
Yeah.
It was well documented. You had to go to college and get a degree, and then you get a job. So I was like broken inside. So my answer to that was I just acted like a senior. I didn't go to school, but I still hung out with them. I still went to the events. I didn't go to the senior prom, but I went to the night when they make you like the most likely to succeed and shit like that.
Like the honors and shit.
And it was around that time, I'll never forget, like waiting for my friend who won Adonis. Like he won Best Body. So we had to wait for him to get the award, and we were parked outside. And he got in the car, we went right to 135th Street. We copped the fucking 8-ball. And my buddy Sabatino's father owned the liquor store. And he would dose his dad at night like the fucking with Pruinolls and shit.
What, to knock him out?
Yeah.
Get out.
So he'd take the fucking keys. And we'd open up the liquor store, and I'll never forget that particular night. He took the biggest bottle of Jack and a case of nips. You know what nips are? The 8-ounce beers.
We called them ponies.
Ponies. So when you buy a 6-pack, there's 4 6-packs. When you buy an 8-pack, there's 6 8-packs. So we fucking got a 6-pack. We got a bottle of Jack. We got an 8-ball and a half of Coke. We call Coke for everybody else. And we took it to this bar on 22nd Street in Union City across from it was across from the county coroner's office. That was a bar we used to get angel dust and shit, and all of a sudden we're going down to celebrate the fucking awards night. Like, this is the worst bar in the world. And sure enough, a fight breaks out. Fucking some guy corners me with a bottle, and he's just about to fucking cut me. And my buddy comes flying out of the bushes and just fucking knocks this guy out. I stepped on glass. I slipped my foot open through the fucking sneaker. Every time I walked, I could feel the sock going from the blood and stuff like that. But it was, we were out every night, like every fucking night. We were out 7 nights a week. The only exception was they went to school and I didn't.
Right.
You know?
So are you with, what's the kid's name you were close with living in the basement?
Mike Ruddy.
So is he
Mike
running
Ruddy was a
too?
freshman in college now.
Could be
He's a freshman in college. He's doing his own thing.
So
You're still living there at the
I'm
time?
still living
They
there.
let you come and go or just quietly?
Yes.
They let me come and go.
Right.
I paid $35 rent
Wow.
a week. I was part of their family. They were very good to them. Still very tight with them. Very, very tight with them. I speak to them. In fact, they have kids now, and I speak to the kids. The kids come to my show.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are the kids now?
30s.
Wow.
They come to the shows.
Oh,
Uncle
shit.
Joey, yeah, the girls especially. So May of '82, I'm already, I'm running with my friends, but I'm also doing things outside the box that my friends didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want them to know. Like, I was already doing drug deals like they didn't know about. I would rob a truck, like while they were in school, I would rob a dealer in West New York and they would never know.
Alright, so this is what I want to ask you. Walk me through the strategy of robbing a dealer. What do you do to rob a dealer?
Alright, so
That's fucking dangerous.
so let's say I went to high school in North
Like, I
Bergen.
feel that's more dangerous than robbing a store back then.
Let me tell you what happened. I went to school in North Bergen High School. But my mother owned a bar in Union City, so I knew everybody in Union City. And Union City turns into West New York, which is another big Cuban community. My stepfather had a business in West New York, so I knew that whole hot block was 57th Street. And I knew Union City. I knew tons of people in Union City. So I would, in the daytime, like in the mornings, I didn't have a job. My job was the case. I would just get on a bus and come up here. I knew you guys would be here, so I'd come in here, hang out with you guys. I'd go outside to smoke a joint. Maybe that guy that we saw before with the glass, he pulls up with a van, he goes inside, but on the van there's 4 TVs. I tell you, pull the car around, we're gonna rob this guy. We were shit when we were sleeping. You know what I'm saying? In those days, what I was doing was, I had to go in and deliver appliances. Show up with my buddy. He didn't even know what I was doing. That's how dumb he was. We would have 2 different trucks. And I would show my buddy to like Sigler Electronics. And they would say, okay, you're picking up 4 TVs and 2 stoves and 2 refrigerators. I'd fucking load up whatever I had to load up, and he'd load up whatever he had to. And if there was something lurking, I'd load it up like I didn't know what it was. Like one time I just loaded up 30 air conditioners. 30 air conditioners.
I don't know what that's all about.
200 a pop in May. What do you get me? Alright, 200 a pop, $400 air conditioners, 200 a pop all day long. It was like I had the summer of good luck. Everything was in my corner. But there's a bunch of stories here we can tell in between that. Like, there was a girl I was in love with. It took me 4 years to get her pants. And finally I got her pants that fucking June. She asked me, as a matter of fact, like for 4 years I was like, I just had her on a rope. I knew I was gonna drop some dick on her eventually. I just didn't know when. And one day she called me and she's like, when are we doing this? And I was in love with her.
Yeah.
I was totally in love with her. But 82 was when we just caused havoc. Like older kids were calling me going, where are you guys going tonight? Because you guys like to talk to the town. Monday nights is Monday Night Football. Tuesday night was Shillelaghs in Jersey City. 8 to 10, 60 cents Alabama Slammers, 20 cents for a mug of Heineken.
20 cents.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. And from 8 to 10, it would be armpit to armpit. And then 10:01, the place would just empty out. Like back the drinks went up to $2. Fuck yeah, fuck that. You'd order an Alabama Slammer and a fucking whatever, and I'm snorting Coke. And since a lot of people didn't have the balls to go to the city and get Coke those days, I would get Coke for you. So if you told me you needed an 8-ball, I would put $50 on it, take a half gram out, throw a half gram of cut in, and fucking that was your deal. You still get great Coke. It was a lot better than what you would get in your 8-ball. I was getting some great Coke, some Colombians on 135th Street who had a combination disco rooster fighting place. So on the table, go there.
Oh, you still got help?
Just killing themselves. And then at night it was
You
like
still get some boxes. That's some ammo.
They went down there fucking singing to Blondie, you know what I'm saying? Call me. So fucking they would hide the Coke. I'll never forget the guy. If I would go there like at 2 in the
Just shoot
morning,
at him, just shoot.
the guy would hide the Coke in the door jams. And while he was spinning the songs, he would have the scale right there. He would just be weighing Coke all night. Boom, you're gone. And you would walk to the DJ booth. It was on 135th Street in Amsterdam. And I remember on the corner there was a bodega that sold the best fucking fried chicken. Remember when Mike Tyson got into the fight at 4:30 in the morning in Harlem?
Take these guys up.
You got into a fight with some guy on like 148th Street or something.
Was that the Green? Blood Green.
Green,
When
yeah.
he hit him, he kept saying, "Oh, he got me with his ring." That's why I was. Yeah, I remember that fight. Bitch, Blood Green.
That whole neighborhood kicks at 2, 3 in the morning.
Is that where they were?
That's
in that
in that neighborhood.
Okay.
It's all black. Barbecues open. But I'll never forget that on the corner of that
PS5 on the primary one, Joe Avenue.
We had his car, and our plan was to go into the city with his car, pick up the 8 ball, and then pick him up at 2, and then we go down to Jersey Shore and Snow for the weekend.
Let me ask you real quick. I know you take it a little bit out, but what do you cut with back then?
Inositol.
What's that?
Inositol is a drug that used to be used with chloride. When we were kids, Joe Weider, there was no GNC.
I remember Joe Weider, yeah, the muscle guy.
So one of the things he made was chloride inositol pills, and they said they helped you burn fat.
Is that like that hydroxy cut and all that these
But
days?
the thing is that inositol came in a powder. In 1978, you could buy an ounce of inositol for $3. By 1985, an ounce of inositol was like $200.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody found out that you could cut cocaine with it. It was the best cut there was.
So it's a legal speed you're putting in.
It's just a legal stimulant, whatever. Look it up, inositol. They have it at GNCs and health food stores. Sometimes it comes by itself, sometimes it comes mixed. And you grind it right into the blow and nobody would even know it. I didn't like no baby laxatives.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I heard a lot
like none of that shit. I want fucking.
And even nowadays, I see guys now still do coke, and it's cut with speed. Just their jaws going all over the place.
It's cut with speed at the plant.
Is it?
While they're fucking processing it, throwing shit.
No, not my shit.
Some guys that
Not my shit,
are
bro.
fucking cranking it because.
I'm only fucking cranking it.
Netflix docs I watch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so they throw that extra shit in while they're making it to give it that extra bonus, you know. We're living with no supervision. There was like 4 of us. We left the house at 8. We walked in at 4. Like every day we go
8 at night, 4 in the morning, sleep, then go
to
sleep.
sleep.
But these kids also parentless and
We were
everyone.
on the same boat as I was. We were trying to hustle and make a living. And it was so we'd meet at 10. We'd go get lunch at like Hatchway's Deli, get like a fucking gulp day, yell and scream till 1:30. And then we hang out for another hour. Sometimes we go into the city and cop drugs early to get it out of the way. So we have to go back at night. Who's gonna hold the ball? Nobody's trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? So we would do that, and then we go home, take a nap by Lyft, and they'd pick me up at fucking 7 o'clock, and we'd just go. Wednesdays was ladies' night somewhere. Thursdays was ladies' night somewhere. And Friday nights we would just go around 7 fucking nights a week with these guys.
And like, how much money would you say you're making at the time?
Whoa.
Ratchet? My arm. And no. The Dimensionator. What have I done?
What have you done?
Who are you?
Someone with a lot of questions. Let's go for a ride.
Wait, I have to find my friend.
Bruh. The fuck? This is the kind of retardation that is. It's me! Bruh. Idolizing himself with a cone head. Bruh, this is literally what it's like. Fucking scumbags. These fucking scumbags. Go Ratchet and Clank. Wait, are we Clank?
No, you're Ratchet.
Fuck.
Well, I don't know who we are right now.
I reckon it would be Clank.
No, Clank is the little robot. You see, it's Ratchet.
Clank?
Because he's pretty ratchet.
Humpbacks? What is this place? Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here has seen you. Have any of you seen a little gray robot anywhere? Green eyes, red antenna, very charming.
I can't go through the pool.
Because you can't leave without Clank.
But Clank's not here.
Yeah, but he's your best friend. Your best friend got taken to another dimension, but you leave him there.
No, I'd go into the other dimension.
Was like, you know, his motto was fucking, my father buys cars, I crash them. He would tell his dad at dinner, you buy him, I crash him. Don't worry about nothing. His dad was a bookmaker. He would hide his money in Breyer's ice cream.
What do you mean? In the ice cream?
Yeah, he would
like ziplock it and stuff it down in there?
He would hide it in Breyer's ice cream.
Keep it in the freezer like that. Yeah.
So whenever we would come over, we'd go get my dad in the living room talking, I gotta rob him. So
go into the fucking freezer and dig it up.
So he'd get in the car, he's like, whammo, I got my dad for 60, my mother for 60, what's that, 280? And I go, no, 120. He didn't know how to tell me. He couldn't read Roman numerals on the clock. So if you had a bar and there were Roman numerals all night long, he'd keep asking you what time is it? What time is it? I don't know those Roman numerals. This guy that I hung out with, we're dear friends till today. His brother was my driver when we robbed the jewelry store heist. That's coming up later on.
That gets up maybe in the fall.
Yeah, because his brother.
What's this robot saying?
The Resistance?
Oh, fuck.
Apologies, sugar. Miss Zircon is still new to all of this.
Espionage. Clunky.
Get off planet.
It's a test. Only royal starships are allowed to leave. Anything else? Phaeton can help. Just follow the beat to Club Nefarious and you will find him.
Club Nefarious, got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
So exciting.
What's Club Nefarious gonna sound like?
Club Nefarious. Gotta find the Club Nefarious.
Brother was the real deal. There was an older one and a younger one. His brother never did a drug. Never did a drug, just drank. And then just one day he started snorting coke. And he went nuts. He would tell his parents, come on, I need some cash, I need a quicker picker up. And he would say all this shit to his parents. And we would die laughing. And it was just fucking, you know, it was a different time. The world was different. The country was different. Kids were different. Like, we just didn't have a curfew. Us and 30 other kids. You know, we hung out with a group of girls. It wasn't like we were fucking them or having orgies. They were our friends, you know. But that year I started robbing this jewelry store. There was this jewelry store on Bergen Line Avenue next to Burger King. And this girl worked at
Where you go back rings
and jewelry and shit like that. I like all that stuff. So I went in there one day and I noticed, Jesus Christ, every other jewelry store on Bergen Line has a buzzer. This one doesn't have a buzzer. And there's two ladies in the 90 working behind the counter. I could have a field day in here. So I would go in there from week to week and say, hey, let me look at that ring. And they'd put the tray up and walk away. And I'd take a ring and put it in my sock and leave and give it to my little girlfriend or whatever. And I kept doing this every other month.
And they wouldn't say, hey, where the hell's that?
Nothing. Thank you. I even told them I want to be part of like the $5 a month club where you pay $5 and they save money for you to get like a ring, like layaway. And then one day we're eating at Burger King and I'm like, I got an idea. It was like July of '82 and I had a football shirt on. It was hotter than fuck. And I'll never forget walking in there and then giving me the tray of diamond wedding rings. And I'm gonna get married. And it was like I was there every 4 weeks with this story.
He's going to the big one, like, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna give him a whole tray of diamond wedding rings.
And put it under my shirt and ran out of there. The whole fucking tray. Wedding bands.
He's like, I'm getting married.
I had this dentist that used to buy our stolen shit from me. I had a couple different guys.
Everyone's crooked in this fucking neighborhood.
Dentist and he paid me cocaine.
The dentist.
So I sold him like 10 rings. I had this guy Nick that was a pizza man. He was a Greek. His name was Nick. He would always go, speak, you suck. He was very racist, you know. But he was the best because I would sell him stolen jewelry. And he would put in a schmuck. And he would hang it up and he wouldn't get rid of it. And like a week later, I'd go down there, Nick, let me go to the bathroom. And I'd go to the bathroom and I'd steal a ring back from him. And then I'd go in there a week later and go, Nick, do you see this ring? And he'd go, I don't know. That looks very familiar, Spick. I used to resell him fucking stolen jewelry. Constantly, that poor bastard.
Important things need to be said 3 times in a row. Do it the first.
He sold
Oh, it didn't even checkpoint.
He sold the rings to this guy, and he kept going in his bathroom and re-stealing the rings from him and selling them straight back to him. And he'd be like, here, Nick, have you seen this ring? And then he'd be like, I don't know, it looks very familiar.
Don't do the first top. Don't.
Yeah, stop her.
Sorry to the guy you took it, bro.
I would sell it to him. I remember one time I saw him like a bracelet 3 times. I couldn't even believe it myself. I'm like, this guy can't be this stupid. He was a degenerate. He was a degenerate horse gambler. Good guy. I love Nick. Very racist. Not last today.
I like him.
Very racist.
He was very racist.
He would not last today. There was an Italian kid that would go in there and buy a slice of pizza, but he would cross the street because the iced tea was a dime cheaper. And
so you would get the pizza and then you go over there to get the tea?
And Nick would be talking to us and he goes, what's been eating? And we'd
No,
tell
jump
him
off
to
the
cross
side.
the street to get a fucking thing of ashways. He'd run on the street and Panera would be crossing the street and he'd start yelling, Panera, you fucking
She's up there, she was on the other side.
He's Italian. You fucking Jew, you fucking suck. Fuck you, fucking Jew. And then one time there was a no hands, you couldn't hit Nick. There was a no fucking policy. I went in there one night with like my sock boy. I walked in there on a Quaalude with puke all over my shirt. I had been fucked up. And he's like, what's the matter? He started calling me Belushi. You fucking Belushi. Look at you, you suck, Belushi. So he had a name for everybody. He called me Belushi. My buddy had a beard. He called me that. Total Kamani. Everybody had a fucking beard.
Yeah, right.
And it's so weird. Tonight I'm getting pizza from this new place in the Sherman Oaks. It's fucking tremendous. There's something.
Jump on the left
There's something
wall.
in Brooklyn.
Is that the place Simone took me to?
Yes.
I've been there, yeah.
Fucking Sicilian
Yeah.
pie is out of this
It
world.
is.
He used to have a Sicilian pie, but he put it by the window.
Jump off the left wall first, and then try and get to the
Then the
right wall.
flies would come in and they another Sicilian
Jump
pie.
from side to
So
side.
we used to call at the airport, like whenever we went in there, we'd like, Nick, give me a slice of that fly fucking pizza. And he'd be like, fuck you. Because all the flies would land on it, take a shit, and then take off.
Yeah.
So it was like you were eating fucking fly shit. Sun was out that summer. If it wasn't nailed down, I robbed it. And it was like God gave me every opportunity there was to rob that summer.
And are you ever worried at this time? Like, you're still young?
No, because I had North Bergen police around me, and they were all my friends, and I had Conway the torch bows on, and I always knew I had to get out of jail free card if I didn't shoot somebody or, do something off color. Because somebody was weird. A situation happened around that time. Like June or July of '82. We were hanging out one night. Just hanging out. A couple of us. It was a Sunday night. And it was me and Mike, the guy I lived with, and I love Mike. I'd give my life to Mike. Mike was tough. You better bring a sandwich, bitch. Because you're gonna be there for a few fucking hours. And a car had gone by. We were on Kelly Boulevard, and a car had gone by. Like an older Camaro, one of those fucking things. And he made a U-turn, and they just kept staring at Mike. It was me, Mike, and Stinky, and somebody else, I don't remember. It was like 4 of us. And all of a sudden, they went down the block, and made a U-turn and parked up the corner.
Can you see some
And they just got out of the car, and they were walking towards us.
2 of them?
3 of them, but the one guy thought he was Buford Pusser. He had that handle from an axe with no axe on it. So I'm watching this because I got great street eyes. I'm watching this whole thing going down. My friends are talking amongst themselves about pussy, whatever the fuck you're talking about. And the guy with the stick pushed the stick up behind his hand so nobody would really see it. And the 2 guys that were first in the passenger side and the driver's side approached Mike and Stinky and said, what the fuck are you guys laughing about? The guy with the axe handle was maybe 10 feet from them, but that's the guy that I was watching. I got the Heineken bottle in my hand, right? And I'm like, if this shit goes down, I'm attacking that guy with the axe handle. Because these 2 guys could definitely knock the fuck out of these 2 guys. I'm confident Stinky and the other guy. I just don't want this guy coming with the axe handle and breaking one of our fucking skulls. So Stinky and the guy have a few words. I saw the guy make one move, and I just went at him. And I got like 4 feet from him, and I just threw the Heineken bottle in his face. And it just blew up. It was like an explosion. It was like, boom. His head blew up. There was blood on the walls. I almost puked and fainted.
He threw a Heineken bottle in a dude's face and it exploded.
And his fucking friends got in that car.
They all took off.
And they fucking ran. And I was scared, but Mike was like, thank you for having my back. I didn't see that guy with the axe handle. Nobody saw him. It was just something that had really good eyes because they were trying to throw him off by attacking this way. That's something that happened to me like July of '82. Because I remember going to court and
He just drinks his water. That's how he drinks his water in his toilet.
Oh yeah, they had stitches. They didn't charge me with anything. But they were trying to get like a civil suit going. And my hometown told them, like, look, do yourself a favor. Don't come back. You're not getting a dime. But I still remember specifically going to court that morning with my stepdad. Like, I had to call him and go, you have to go to court. They want a fucking parent or something. And the guy in front of me, his name was George Rupp. He had been to Vietnam. He was crazy. And he was up in front of me. I'm like, please don't piss this judge off. And this guy goes up first, and the judge is like, George, what the fuck? Assault in the 3rd degree. He's like, Your Honor, we can take care of this. We don't need all this handcuffs and bail.
Tell the judge.
Just like that, he's telling them. Like, I don't know what they are over there in Beirut. place next to you. There's the fucking the suit. Catch on fire. He just burst into flames like Richard Pryor. He had like a purple suit on, this black dude. Funny as shit. I didn't know what his name was. I'll never forget. I'm sitting there with my attorney. I'm like, what's gonna happen? He goes, oh, it depends on what happens with the mood of the judge. Fucking Superfly goes up there. Superfly. And all of a sudden, his mom is there, his aunt's there. They're all tipping the scales like 800. They're all huge. They got diabetes and shit. And the fucking judge goes, okay, Mr. Williams, whatever. 90 days. And he goes, 90 days? Shit. I could do that standing in my head. And the mother goes, what do you say? He goes, 90 days, mama. I could do that standing on my head. And the judge looks at him, slams, and he goes, well, here's another 90 days. Ah, so you get back on your feet. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm gonna fucking do 80 life, no parole. So, that just went away. You know, it was just
it's over.
It was just a party. So
it's all over.
We robbed the gas station.
Sudoku.
The last gas station.
What are you using when you robbed? Because the jewelry store, you didn't have a weapon or anything. You just took shit.
The gas station was an inside job. My buddy worked at the gas station. He left everything open, but he didn't leave the safe open. So we ended up getting like all these books and cash. But weeks later, we found out somebody got in the safe and found like $750,000.
Holy
shit. So we were ready to shoot ourselves. My buddy had the combination to the safe. He never opened the safe. We stole everything else. We were just doing,
disappointed.
There was, me too. We were doing something like.
Try.
It was one of these things where something was coming to you every day.
Alright, so that's what I wanted to say. When you're robbing, you're not using weapons or anything. It's all some connection to something.
Tom Segura, we sit here all day. We're thinking of robbing Rogan, and all of a sudden Josh Potter walks in. He goes, I have a different scam. Let's go. We got a guy that picks up 3 kilos every Friday at 11. We're gonna intercept the kilos, hit the guy in the head, and run on. Like you live like that. You always kept robbing the comedy store in the background.
Right.
Like if worse comes to worse, you always rob the comedy store. But every day we come up with a move. There's some days that some guy would come up to you and go, hey man, I need for you to unload a truck of air conditioners. I'll give you $1,000. You know, you're unloading and the cops are driving by. You're gonna get in trouble. Every day there was something. You know, it wasn't. When you set up drug dealers. Okay, so I would have you as a friend, Tom as a friend, Bert as a friend, and we'd all be friends. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't really friends with you. I was just a customer that was giving you rope. In those days, it was well known. I would give you rope, but if you fucked me, I was just gonna rob you. There was no beating, there was no threat. When you least expected it, when your guard was down, I know that every Friday at 11, Ryan Sickler picks up 8 ounces of coke. I go to a bar at 6 o'clock, Ryan Sickler's drunk. I'm going right to your house, I'm kicking the door down. You know, kicking the fucking door down and taking it. You're gonna accuse me that you can't, because I'm gonna be in your house the first day the next morning, telling you 100 reasons why it wasn't me, and how we're gonna get the bandit who robbed you.
The bandit. Joey the sticky bandit.
Order for the whole crew or menu lock.
The sticky bandit. They're called the wet bandits. It's like the sticky bandits.
He steals from Santa.
Don't put the House of the Dragon on something.
Yes, you know how to do it.
Something.
Make it collab.
What episode are we up to?
7, I think. Or halfway through 6.
weapons in tip-top shape. Looks like you are out of rare titanium. Glad to
Thanks again for the help, Secret Agent Sir Gun.
good luck up there. And he said Paul was never here.
Did you try the drinks? 1% of your yearly salary.
So you made it after all. Impressive.
Wait, you can see me? Where are you? You got my starship ready?
You'll get it, don't you worry. I just need you to help me with one last threat. A nefarious day spawn. If you can distract these troopers, I'll hack Nefarious's propaganda blimp and give this city a message it'll never forget.
Looks easy enough.
Citizens of Nefarious City, this is the voice of the resistance. This is the voice of truth. And the truth is, we need to talk. The resistance, the growing collection of citizens who are sick and tired of your diabolical dictatorship.
First they come for our royal city. Now our souls! Physical violence is against our rules. Unless...
That was not pleasant.
I am still coming to end you.
This fight to your inevitable demise is going to be so exciting. Deploying Shatterbox.
That will improve. Rehab the
You know what? Forget the code. Actions speak louder than words.
Finally! Nefarious Tower, here I come.
Wow, where'd you learn how to... Looks like I touched a nerve. All right, deal's a deal. That's Glitch. She'll help you get onto the Emperor's private shuttle to the tower. Access console's in that huge statue of Nefarious in the center of the city. Just hook her up, and she'll handle the rest.
What are you doing?
Tearing this whole rotten world down from the inside.
Huh?
Stay strong, brother!
How do you expect me to get to the bazaar from here? Yeah. That'll work. You're all right. I'll I gotta do now, whoa, this is fast, is head to the statue, use Glitch, get a starship, and then find Clank on Sargasso. I'm on my way, buddy. Just hang in there for a little bit longer.
Hey, Sugar! I forgot to mention earlier. I hit a spot in the factory by Resistance Friends. Maybe you could pick it.
Aha! That has to be the access console.
Running in line is against the law.
Where did you even come from?
I am here to spread the Emperor's love with rockets! Ha ha ha! Enjoy this deadly laser, Rebel!
What the yikes, yikes, yikes! Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I am glad to see you have survived the journey. Now die. Ha ha ha!
Need more ammo.
Resistance is not permitted.
Not again! At least it was a round trip. Come on!
I am trying to destroy you as fast as I can.
There. Now I can finally plug Glitch into this access console. Yeah, hi. You must be Glitch. I'm Ratchet. Sorry for all the jostling around earlier. Things aren't exactly going well, and... Actually, I think you're the only one who can help me right now. Thanks.
Ratchet. Huh. Seems like a nice guy. I probably just have to delete some files, and then he'll be all set. Coronavirus is here? I don't have the training for this. Electro guns, please don't kill me now. That virus pod's sucking energy from the computer. The infection is starting to clear. Good. I guess I can try to take out the rest now. Huh. What's with the capsule? Did a virus make that? Swarmers are coming out of that pod? Oh, no. I gotta delete them before I'm even more outnumbered. Bye-bye, Nest. I did it! Oh, man! I really... Wow! Anyway, looks like the computer is back online.
You did it, Glitch! Here we go.
Warbots, 5 planet-destroying cannons, and a surveillance state covering the entire city. If only that blasted Dimensionator still worked.
Clank.
Huh? After him! No!
I'm coming, Clank. No, 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 no!
Welcome, oh master of us all. Password, please.
Huh? Why do I need a password? I'm the Emperor. How about I obliterate you instead? Ha 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 ha!
Bring me that lumber!
Stolen by Dr. Nefarious, who used it to bring you here? Now you just have to find your friend, who is also miraculously a Lombax, to save the day.
And get home.
You must seriously think I'm an idiot. Look, as real as I'm sure this Dr. Nefarious is, this has the Emperor written all over it.
Help! Wait! Under attack! Anyone!
Mort? What's going on?
Oh, dear.
Brace for impact!
Oh. Look out!
What do you think I'm doing?
Where are you taking me?
I was gonna take you to my hideout. But first, I gotta rescue my friends at the gelatonium factory. This far in a while. A lot of swamp acid between here and the Morts' gelatonium factory.
Those beetles appear to have no issue with the acidic swamp water.
Speedles, yeah. That's why I'm gonna ride one. Soon as I can get close enough.
Ratchet, can you read me? Oh dear. My communicator must be broken.
Of course. Morts will be at their gelatonium factory. Gotta find a way through the swamp. Going?
It appears some dimensional distortion is emanating from that tree.
runs into that rift thingy. Alright, Smarty Bot. What is this place?
A dimensional pocket? Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
Hey, it's Maynard, the Morts' helper bot. Must have wandered in through the rift somehow.
There is the Speetle.
No, don't hide! Ah!
Hitting its nest might get its attention.
Well, hello there. Gotcha!
Oh, dear.
So cool! Maybe Maynard can lead me to the Morts.
Now, if we could get away from this acid...
Come on, Maynard! Let's find the Morts! Excuse me!
Please, be careful.
What did I say about backseat driving? Stop! 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 There's the gelatonium factory. I'm coming, Morts.
We didn't follow that Lombax and his Robopet across dimensions just to get stopped by some fuzzballs. So you got like 9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Hang on there now.
See? They are looking for Ratchet. I am telling the truth.
Whatever, Bolt. I'm gonna save my friends. Hey, I know where you can find a Lombax.
Another Lombax? Tell us where your friend is, Josephina.
You're okay.
Us? Oh, when we heard those fellas were after a Lombax, we were worried about you. Well, next thing we know, you're here saving our behinds.
Wait, where are the others?
Well, some of the Morts are stuck inside of that mess there. Not a clue what it is. All I know is it keeps getting bigger. Oh, between that and our new neighbor up there, we're not doing too fine.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Oh, and to keep you all busy while I'm gone, got this at Zerky's. Mort can finally fix that ship she's been working on.
Zerky's? Oh, those pirates didn't give you any trouble, did they?
Only a little.
You can give this to Mort yourself once you get her from that purple mess over there.
This wasn't what was in my account last time.
Oh, that is because I added our mutual friend on Nefarious City.
Okay.
Looks like you got some open sales and the raritanium to match. Now that is gonna pack a punch. Looks like you got enough of that beauty. Happy to help, hun.
Okay. Do not enter. Got it.
May I take a look? I have some experience with dimensional anomalies.
Sure.
Greetings! Welcome! How did you get in here?
Where exactly is, here?
Oh, you don't know? Well, I don't either. It appears to be a space between dimensions. Could be nothing. Could be a cascading entropic fissure that will soon turn the entire universe into a formless soup. Time will tell.
Oh. Oh dear. Well, I am Clank. Please allow me to help.
Right, yes, Clank. I am the all-seeing cosmic prophet of interdimensional sector 2255 phase Omega. But you can call me Gary. Here we are, Clank. Former warbot, teamed up with the Lombax. Became a hero. Ooh, good for you. Ooh, friend of my father. I see.
Your father?
You might just be the one I've been waiting for. Would you like to help me fix the dimensions?
You know how to fix the dimensions? And why are there copies of me running around?
They're your possibilities. The key to repairing this anomaly. But first, pick up that nearby sphere. This is a lift sphere. It can reduce the gravity on any object it touches. It seems your possibilities are what keeps an anomaly from collapsing. They look like you because that's how you interpret dimensionality. But as you can see, they've lost their way. If you can guide them to the meta-terminal ahead, you'll begin to repair this anomaly. Now, enter the meta-terminal and you'll be one step closer to fixing this dimensional anomaly.
I feel like things are slowly starting to make sense, dimensionally speaking.
A speed sphere. That'll get you moving.
I bet some extra speed could make quick work of that barrier. Do you live on Sargasso too, Gary?
Savali, actually. I've been studying in the archives. It's the greatest repository of dimensional knowledge I've ever seen.
Things are looking up now. That device may be able to redirect my possibilities. There must be a way to activate it.
Outstanding! You seem to be a natural at this, Clank.
I am cautiously optimistic. I feel myself learning something by completing these puzzles, but I cannot explain what it is.
Your words will come to you when you are ready. Now, lead your possibilities to the final meta terminal. Not to stress you out, but there's a lot riding on this. Like, a lot.
If I fix this anomaly, will that fix all the damage that has been done in this dimension?
Oh no, anomalies are spreading too quickly to do that. I'm afraid a dimensional cataclysm is coming, and our only hope to stop it is with that which caused it.
The Dimensionator?
Indeed. But if repairing anomalies is helping you learn about dimensionality, I think you'll soon be able to learn enough to save us all. Hopefully.
I wonder if I will be able to solve all of this in the end.
What makes you say that?
It has been a long time since I have been a hero. And with everything that happened with the Dimensionator, I am concerned.
In times of great stress, which seems to be every day of my life, I've always found it best to take things one step at a time. Focus on what's in front of you. That's it, Clank! You've repaired the anomaly! And now we're one step closer to stopping the dimensional cataclysm.
So then I says, listen, Mort, you, Mort, and Mort better hide that lemonade before Mort shows up.
Whoa! You saved them! How did you do that?
I am uncertain.
Rivet! How the heck are you?
Look who it is! You would not believe my luck today. My trip to Nefarious City went totally sideways. I wrecked my ship, and I...
Aha! You go on and leave that one to old Mort. Well, assuming you brought that part I asked for, I'll have this old thing in ship shape.
Just gotta lower the bridge, and then I'm taking you to my hideout.
What are we going to do there?
You'll find out soon enough. Hi! You sure are one big Grunthor!
I hope you have enough ammo.
You're a stubborn Grunthor, too!
This is just a warm-up.
No more hostiles within range.
Rivet! We raised the bridge to your hideout for protection, but the controls to lower it are over there on that platform.
Thanks for looking out. I'll find a way over. Don't tell me my glove thingy can interact with that rift thingy.
Your rift tether, yes. Try aiming at the rift.
Whoa! That was fun!
as well.
Lower the bridge.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Rivet. You just hit it.
Come on, Bridge. Seriously?
Showed up.
There has to be another way across.
I may regret suggesting this, but what about the Speedle?
What about it? Oh. Let's go! Almost home. And there's another grunt door in the way.
I do regret this.
Come on. We both know how this is gonna end, big guy. My final enemy, the Mortz's pressure locks.
Excellent. Fine. You have taken a hit. It appears that these locks must be hit quickly.
Yep, Morts are funny like that. There! Time to find out the truth about you.
If only I could talk with Ratchet.
Home sweet home.
Why are you so hesitant to trust me?
Look, robots aren't really my thing. Especially when they're tearing my galaxy apart.
I am not. I was trying to help Ratchet find the other Lombaxes.
Safe for now.
This is extremely unnecessary.
Lombax.
Okay. So, you were being honest.
As I have been saying repeatedly,
You're nefarious. He looks a lot like mine. Evil like him, too. And that Lombax. I know it might sound crazy, but...
You think he is your dimensional counterpart.
Or something. Look, whatever's going on here, we're gonna fix it.
We? I thought robots are not your thing.
Not all of them, just... most. You know, like the Emperor, his stupid followers, pirates. Yeah, I see the irony too.
Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to,
You feel bad? Even though I just watched your brain diary thingy?
Missing infobot located. Initiate retrieval.
No, dear, no.
Hey! That's my annoying robot!
Deploying amphibious explosives to neutralize hostile furball.
Hang in there, Bolts! I'm coming!
That Seeker Pete's flight stabilizer should be on its back. If I can get up there and hit it, I can bring the whole thing down. Gotta hit the flight stabilizer.
You must be so excited for annihilation.
Give me back my robot!
Ah, backup power has almost restored the flight stabilizer. How delightful!
No, you're not getting away from me!
Time to change tactics. Deploying amphibious explosives.
Throw whatever you want! You're not getting away from me!
Gotta save Bolts. I can't get to the flight stabilizer until I jump on that thing's back.
Your destruction is most definitely assured now.
Bring it! Why don't you let me drive that thing?
You will not get away. This is unfortunate.
You okay, Bolts?
You came after me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we've still got some unfinished business. Ooh, we should see if Mort fixed up the ship. By the way, how about I hook you up with the signal booster to fix that communicator of yours?
That would be delightful.
Not as thrilling as what we're gonna find in this infobot, but it'll be close.
Ribbit! Ship's ready to know good merchandise when you
Mort,
see it.
you fixed it! Thank you. Ready to go?
Absolutely.
Last more than 5 hours.
Nice mod, huh?
What a fun couple days that was.
Go ahead, Shug. That is a great deal. Goodbye now.
What does it say?
Phantom, Moidoi, Captain Quantum, Klatchki. Me. Attention, Resistance. I'm posting the Emperor's hit list to our network. Come on, let's fix that communicator. We've got a dimension to save before the Emperor finds us too. Works for me! What's on your mind? Come on, let's hear it.
I am feeling a bit responsible for all of this. Perhaps it is because of me that the dimensions are falling apart, that Ratchet and I are lost.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, your communicator's about to get fixed, so that's something.
Right.
So, this is, Zerky's Gastropub in Battleplex. If there's anywhere in the universe we'll find a part to fix you up, it's here.
I hope you are right. The destruction of the Dimensionator seems to have caused a sort of dimensional cataclysm. If I cannot find Ratchet...
Don't worry, Bolts. I'll get you fixed up. Promise.
Do you spend much time here?
Yeah, this place is kind of a safe haven for the Resistance. I hope the Emperor didn't find that out, too.
Welcome to Zerky's, your newly interdimensional gastropub in Battleplex. I will take your coat and also all your weapons.
Think I'd be used to that by now.
Thanks for coming to Zerky's, where we slaughter with a smile.
Zerky's usually behind the bar. He'll know where to find the pirate with the spare parts.
No. Oh.
Namaste, and peace be with you, Rivet.
Hey, Zerky, have you seen our favorite first mate anywhere? I need a signal booster.
Well. We meet again, my wee chérie.
Give me the part.
Did you follow me here? Another fruitless effort to win my affection?
Give me the part, Pierre.
Time and again, I tell you, my heart is taken. And yet...
Rusty Pete?
Rusty? Mon Dieu. Your friend has a saucy tongue. My name is Pierre Lafer. Pirate extraordinaire.
I'll fight you for it.
Zerky's is a violent spree zone. Take it outside.
I am more lover than fighter. For you, I will always make an exception.
Ready to kick some robo-butt?
I have many issues with that question. But why not? Where do we sign up to battle?
There's a console on that big wall of windows over there. It's cool. I'll show you. Ah!
Welcome, my names, to Zircon Jr.'s Slaughter Plex. Are you ready to witness the excitement, the pain, the carnage? Tonight, me favorite rabbit will fight the traitorous pirates out the center. One
Oh dear. Why must every dimension have a dangerous battle arena?
I'll fight you both myself! But first, you must prove you're worthy!
The pirates are coming through rifts.
Gotta admire them for always finding new ways to cheat.
Yes! Tearing through the traffic of space-time! A true pirate signature!
Thunder that can sparkle from you soon.
My less attractive stunt double will battle in my stead. Want what?
The weekend kid of the air attacking his partner, who is Bill Parker.
Large.
Why am I surprised that Pierre's running from the fight? Doesn't matter. I'm getting that signal booster. Looks like you're gonna need a new partner, Pierre.
Just because he's being horribly beaten does not mean you will win. A defeat? But ow! Eventually and dramatically, I will get my revenge. But here, take your back.
Ooh.
Eureka! She's done it.
Ratchet, can you hear me? Ratchet, can you hear me?
Clank, are you okay? Where are you? I saw that Lombax take you in.
I am fine. In fact, I am with the Lombax now.
Hey, I'm Rivet.
What?
Hi. Wow, this is...
Oh, wait, okay. I have to tell you something. Dr. Nefarious just crowned himself Emperor of this dimension.
He did what? No. I've got my hands full with my own Nefarious.
That's the thing.
We've got to get him and us out of here, but...
Without the Dimensionator...
I think we have to build a new one. I met a prophet from Savali named Gary. He would know what to do.
I'm only a few sectors away from there. I can go check it out.
What can we do?
Do you have the planet Blizar Prime in this dimension?
Yeah? Why?
We can locate the phase quartz used to power the Dimensionator there. If I am right, we will be able to recreate the device in no time.
I guess we better get started then. I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
You too, Ratchet.
Be careful out there.
Wow. Another Lombax.
Let's build this thing. Nice work back there. Bet we could win the Bronze Cup before heading to Blizar Prime. Wouldn't mind the extra bolts to gear up.